Welcome back. Time for us to look at other races at Awapuni there on Saturday. And the first we're going to have a look at Butchs, the Group 3 Manawa 2 Classic. This was taken out by Exquisite Jewel, prepared by Sue Walsh and Bruce Gregory and ridden by Robbie Hannam. And the nature of this win really defined the $35 win tag.
Yeah, well, she went out and paying big money, didn't she? She'd run fourth in the Oaks to start before, and she just keeps on sticking this $400 bargain basement buy, and she gets the job done pretty well in the finish from some flash Harries, but the $400 job gets it done. Paul?
Certainly did, Butch. Coming back from the Oaks trip, the 2,400 metres, yeah, she was outstanding. Did a lot of work early in the piece in the Oaks too, 4 deep for the first 300 or 400 metres before crossing to the fence, and stuck on gamely to run fourth, and that form was frank there. Chamont was third again. How many is that? Thirds in a row?
Oh.
5 or 6. And
I think she just likes it tough, this filly.
Yeah, tough.
She just likes it tough.
Yeah.
She was strong on the line.
Pope likes winning a feature race on his home track too, doesn't
Loves
he?
it,
Sure does.
He was pretty animated after the race. He was very happy.
Indeed. All right, let's have a look at race number 6 on the card. This was the Open 3-year-old. This was taken out by She's Flawless for Roger James and for Sam Spratt. 109.44. This was a big win.
Yeah, well, she's well named, this filly, on the strength of what she did on Saturday. She's just absolutely smashed them. It's a good field, this too. The second horse, I reckon, is a really good filly, but take nothing away from the winner. Look at it. She's just getting further and further and further in front. She's a lovely example of the thoroughbred. I know they've had the odd issue with her, maybe with a wind issue, but she's come through that and just absolutely killed them. She suits Spratt. The way that Sam rides her is ideal. She just gives her rein, she lets her get into a rhythm, and then just kicks off the corner.
Yeah, she was slick. Like you said, DA ran a slick time, was outstanding. One of my mates is in the ownership of her actually, Luke Pertab, and he tipped me before the race. He said it'll be winning, so good on you, Luke. That was good. We've shared a couple of interests, Luke and I, over the years, so no, it was very, very good to see. Second horse was outstanding, made good ground, took a bit of ground off the winner, but the winner was very, very slick.
The winner is, yeah, look, she could really develop into a, well, she's a high-class sprinter now, high-class sprinting 3-year-old. If what we saw on Saturday is any indication of a little bit more time, a little bit more maturity, gee whiz, she could be right out of the top draw.
Could be, yeah, but you just said maybe she had a wind issue or something.
I think, yeah, but I think they've fixed that. So
it looks like
they've certainly fixed it at the moment.
Looks like
that's well fixed.
They are a day-to-day proposition though, so you can never be too certain. But couldn't have been more impressive, that's for sure.
Oh, I backed her at $20 and the Mr. Tiz didn't back her yesterday. Saturday.
Didn't follow your money?
No, very disappointing. Race number 1.
The start before? Did you back her at Tarapa?
No.
Oh,
yes.
Jesus.
Don't go there. Race 1 on the program there was the 85-mile. Gustavo was sent out the favourite, but the win here to Over the River. Kevin Myers, Butch, utilising the claim of Rebecca Goldsbury.
Yeah, well, the two claimers here, look, Navish Tilak here on Don't Gloat kept on running, and the claim off Over the River, the trick here. You momentarily thought like Gustavo might be going to get there, but they just kept going on Over the River, and yeah, look, I wouldn't drop Gustavo on the strength of that, but it was a good win and well ridden by a girl that's making giant steps.
Yeah, she is. I think I've seen Kevin after the race actually, and Kevin Myers, and he said to me she'd been driving him mad for a ride, and he said, be patient, when I give you one it'll win, and that was the first one she's ridden for him. So I wish he told me before the race and not after it, but
that's great to hear that she'd been driving him mad for a ride, because she's obviously got the initiative. She's ringing.
Enthusiastic.
She knows that Kevin Myers uses apprentices to good effect, and she's put her hand up. So good on her.
Yep,
Dummy's birthday over the weekend too. Apparently he was wearing a suit at the races too.
No, that's rubbish.
He wasn't.
Nah. He did half a shave too.
Better than you. Better than you.
Let's have a look at the 10th event on the program. This was taken out by a 3-year-old Falkirk filly by the name of Somethingvay. This was in a banded 75-1400 against older horses, and this filly has now won 3 in a row for the Rogers team, and again Sam Spratt.
Yeah, she's a good filly, this. She's sort of just snuck through the grades quickly, as you said, 3 in a row. She won her maiden at Avondale, and then she came out at Ellerslie and was dominant there. And look, she's done a good job. 1400 metres, kept on running. No weight on her back, but still, she was strong to the line, Paul.
Yeah, she was strong to the line. Won by a length and a quarter, and they were charging late, and they come with a blanket finish, didn't they, for second and third. So that was a good effort, raced on tempo and kept running.
Let's move on to Ellerslie on Saturday. Race number 2 there was the 75-1600, and a real ding-donger here between the well-backed favourite Stolen Dance and the Fire Inside here, Butch.
Yeah, look, she was uncomfortable in the ground for mine, Stolen Dance. It was a dead 6, sort of getting out. We had a shower of rain and thought it might go to slow. They were happy enough to keep it at dead, though, the jockeys, and she was going to get beaten here for all money. Look, in run, what would you get on the Fire Inside there? He'd be she'd be $1.01, but Stolen Dance has pinned her ears back, gritted her teeth, and even on the line you didn't know for a while, but
I was going to
anyway,
say, she was uncomfortable in the ground.
Up. I think we got the photo somewhere to show. Hopefully today it's coming, because we can see it's coming.
Oh,
there it is.
There it is.
Stolen Dance, you can see the margin there, the barest of margins.
Yeah, she was uncomfortable in the ground. I was uncomfortable in the grandstand at Alapuni, waiting to see whether my jockey had ridden the winner or not. I walked away, I went back after lunch and found out.
Yeah.
All right, race number 8.
But she's all right. She's
she is. And she's going on to the championships.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the championship stakes.
Yep.
And the second horse, look, they'll find a nice race for her off the minimum somewhere. She'll be better for that as well.
For sure, you can improve off the run.
Yep.
4 from 7. Yeah, that's pretty tidy, isn't it?
Yes, it
Overall
is. Yeah.
Okay, race number 8 on the program, 75-1200 this one, and the Hawke's Bay Guineas winner Sir Andrew was heavily backed to make a winning return, and well, he did finish first past the post.
Yeah, he did. He finished first past the post, and regardless of the final outcome, it's great to see a horse like him back in commission and back doing a good job, because he'd only had the 3 starts as a 3-year-old. He finished his preparation winning the Hawke's Bay Guineas, obviously had an issue, and he's come back. Vibrant Moss had to change ground there a couple of times, and she's got back to, what's the margin in the end? Half a length, is it?
Long neck.
Long neck. Considered to be enough to change the placings, that margin.
Yeah, well, you got to steer them, don't you? You got to steer them. Brendan Hutton, you got to steer them. Head down, bum up, and you got to look up and see where you're going. Just
yeah, an interesting one. I thought it could have gone either way, to be honest. Watch the head on.
You've said that all season, though. You've said that all season.
Well,
I tell you what.
I don't think if you ran, I don't think that your one was going to get past the winner.
It's in front of it there.
Yeah, that's
anyway. We won't have an inquiry now.
I'll tell you what, that Sir Andrew did cover a bit of extra ground, though. In fairness,
yeah, it was a terrible ride. Terrible ride.
He did.
As opposed to Michael's ride, which was outstanding. Let me tell you, he dropped it back last, he pinched, runs through up the inside, tracked out, peeled out at the right time, and that was an outstanding ride, and a double on the day for
But
him.
that doesn't mean he deserves to win the race just because it's a better
I
ride.
train it. No, but I've got to say, it was good for my brother Chris, because he put in a lot of hard work through the season. It's been a tough old season for Chris, and it was good to see him get a winner there.
But she's done a good job there.
Yeah, she's only been, run out of the money twice out of 11 starts, and she's won close to $50,000 in prize money now, and she only cost $30,000, so I did a good job there. But she's a handy mare. She got conditions to suit. Dead 6 furlongs, and that's her go.
The winner will be better for that. Oh, sorry, the one that won across the line will be better for that. And as I say, he'd been off the scene since the Hawke's Bay Guineas of his 3-year-old year. So what's that? Got to be 18 months at least, probably a touch more. He'd had a trial. He'll benefit from that. He's a pretty smart animal, I think.
He'll be winning.
What was the winner?
Yeah. Sir Andrew.
Yeah. So
the winner was Vibrant Moss.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move on, Daryl. Let's go.
Right.
But what about the fixed odds punters? They get paid anyway. So yeah. It's something that's carried on since a trial maybe 12 months or so ago. So if you back them fixed odds, well, I don't know, but it's a great result if you back them fixed odds, isn't it?
Yeah.
They pay 2 winners.
But how do you pay out on a horse that doesn't win?
Well, I don't know. They do though.
They do.
That'll do me.
Let's move on to Southland. Did you hear that? A sigh from Mr. Shaler. The meeting was abandoned, of course, after race number 4. This was after 2 track inspections, and we had an incident with the barriers as well.
Yeah, it sort of went from bad to worse, didn't it? The barriers were in the fence, and they managed to get them extracted, which was good. And they got the fence straightened up, and then they had the first 2 races, went out and inspected the track. Jockeys were happy to continue after that, ran the 3rd race, that was okay, then they ran the 4th race, and that's when the issue came to a head, and the meeting was abandoned at a spot, I think, around about the 800 metre mark, according to reports. The track was a dead 6 in the morning, was downgraded to a slow 8 after rain between the track report and the first race, and after the first race downgraded. So, I don't know. You're at a loss to explain it. What's that? 3 out of 6 Saturdays down there.
3 out of 6 Saturdays.
Gee, it must
be costing them a fortune.
Costing them a fortune. It must be terribly frustrating for the participants.
Oh, punters, participants, trainers, obviously participants, but my word, I don't know. Maybe we should just race at Riccarton only. I don't know. Put a tarpaulin over the South Island, call it a circus at the moment. The big top. Do you reckon you could ride one of those bikes with one wheel?
I don't know. I don't know, but you know.
No, we don't know. You're right. We don't even need to talk about it. Do we need to talk about it?
Well, I just hope that they can get a result that sees these things not repeated into the future. But
we haven't even found out what's happened with Wingatua yet.
No, there was.
Mr. Purcell said 3 weeks ago that we were going to get a review, and I haven't read anything. Have you read anything?
No, I think there was a statement issued. I haven't read it, but I'll look for that statement and see if we can bring it up next week. Hopefully, we don't have to talk about another South Island meeting again. And I think they go to Riverton next week. And again, as a reaction, NZTR have changed the status of one of the meetings and put some money into it. So that's great. But it's just sad that they have to do that.
Well, it's putting a Band-Aid on, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, as we head to the break, trainer James Bridge, of course he had a winner at Awapuni on Saturday with a horse called Pakuru Asif. He also trained a horse called Okie Dokie, who had one start here in New Zealand, won that, qualified for Hong Kong, went to Hong Kong, performed at a very high level up there. In fact, one of his races he ran second to Aero Velocity, who we saw a little earlier in the program, win the Group 1 in Japan. Now, this horse, Okie Dokie, changed its name to Super Jockey, and it competed in the $2 million Group 1 Golden Shaheen this week and almost got the prize. We're back in a moment here on Weigh In.
Went to the front, coming to the final 200 metres. Super Jockey is giving chase. Rich Tapestry still there on the rail. Secret Circle in front. Super Jockey's coming. Super Jockey is driving at Secret Circle. Secret Circle, but digs in, hangs on, wins. Secret Circle beats Super Jockey.